all those demonstrators, wow, God, really good people, really caring about those in Gaza, taken to the streets because 4,000 Gazans tragically died as a result of Hamas placing rocket launchers inside civilian infrastructure. I suppose you also demonstrated and marched when 7,000 people were killed in Nagorno-Karabakh region in the conflict between Azerbaijan and Armenia earlier this year. Or what about the South Sudan civil war, which has killed 600,000 and displaced 2.2 million? Did you protest about that? Perhaps the Syrian civil war. That's quite close to here. The Syrian civil war has killed somewhere between 800,000 and 1 million people and displaced 20% of the country's population. I'm sure you took to the streets of London and elsewhere for that, right? How about a bit closer to home for you? The Russian invasion of Ukraine. I'm pretty sure I seem to recall hundreds of thousands of people marching in the streets of the UK at Vladimir Putin's barbaric assault on Ukraine territory, which has displaced 8 million Ukrainians, as well as killing 130,000 of his own civilians and 50,000 Ukrainian soldiers. You marched in the streets for that, didn't you? How about the wars in Yemen? An Iranian proxy war in which the Houthi rebels have killed 50,000 people. That's something that you marched and took to the streets for, right? What about the Congo? The Congo's had a genocide there. 1 million people killed in the last few years. 1 million. You protested about that, didn't you? All right. What about 2 weeks ago when Jews were slain in villages by Hamas? When a pregnant woman had a baby pulled out of her and both were killed. When women were raped. When babies were beheaded. When corpses were mutilated. And when hostages were taken. I'm sure you protested about that. No, you didn't. The only time you protest is when Jews have the temerity to defend ourselves. You took to the streets after Jews defended ourselves. You didn't care about everybody else that I mentioned. And there are far many other conflicts in the world. 10 times, 100 times worse that's going on in this tiny piece of land. But no, you don't care about those. So don't give us your bullshit. You don't care about Palestinian lives. You don't care about those in Gaza. You don't care about anybody but yourself and your own bandwagon jumping. It's fashionable to you. It's edgy to you. You are nothing but an ambulance chaser. So spare us your bullshit.